Yo, what is going on, you vaporized Vapor? I'm playing some games with Primal Flygon today. So if you guys don't know how this deck works, Vibrava's got an ability that says it can't be affected by our opponent's supporter card. So that means specifically the main one is boss's orders. So once we evolve our Trapinch into a Vibrava, they can't boss up our Vibrava. So we can leave our Vibrava on the bench behind Snorlax or Lillie's Pokédoll, attach energy to it until we want to attack with a Flygon-GX or the baby Flygon, which is like situationally good, not as good as the Flygon-GX, but sometimes it comes up and sometimes it's pretty solid. But yeah, Flygon-GX can do that 120 for the 3 fighting, 240 if there is a stadium card in play. Then we discard that stadium card and we do 240 damage, and we do have 3 martial arts dojo. So if we are behind on prize cards and we're specifically up against something like a ADP or a Mewtwo, then we can do 280 damage, which actually knocks out both of those Pokemon. So that's how we get that value out of the stadium and kind of maximize our damage. Also have that Dusty Defense ability, minus 30 damage from attacks. You combo that with some Stone Energy into 240 HP, and we basically can't get one-hit KO'd by almost anything. Eternatus can't one-hit KO us. I mean, they would need a really big Boltund to one-hit KO us. Scorch can definitely get there, but it's still even hard for them to get there. So basically nothing one-hit KOs the Flygon, and they can't kind of disrupt it early on, because like I said, we have that Vibrava on the bench. We're just stacking energy on it. Our opponent can't boss it, and we get to choose when we attack with our Flygon because of that. And yeah, we sit behind mainly Snorlax early on while we sit there and load up our Vibravas. Just draw those extra cards off the Snorlax. We also have 4 Lillie's Pokédolls in here to also hide behind as well. And also there's the GX attack of the Flygon-GX that does 220 damage and then isn't affected by anything on our opponent's active Pokemon. So this is like really good against Luke Metalization. They use their GX attack, they have their Metal Goggles. We still knock out Azation if their active is Azation. So that's actually super good as well for those kind of situations. Also just doing 220 to something like Azation, like if we go 1-hit KO your ADP and then they hit us with Azation, we're like, all right, GX attack knockout, and then we just like knock out the Azation. That's also super strong. We got a Mew in here because although they can't boss up our Vibrava, they can still snipe it. So Tag Bolt, Cramorant, gotta avoid those. Yeah, those can be really annoying. So we have Mew in here to protect our bench from stuff like that. As far as Pokemon search goes, 2 Calm, 2 Incense, 4 Quick Ball. So a decent amount of Pokemon search. The biggest thing here is we do also play 4 Rosa, because we have to get those Vibravas out as soon as possible. So if we go, open up a Snorlax, use Snorlax, bench a couple Trapinch, and then go knock out Snorlax, we want to be able to find those Vibravas ASAP, evolve them, go into a Doll or another Snorlax for a turn, and then maybe on the next turn start going into the Flygon. So we do plan to fall behind early, so we also play 2 Karate Belts in here to reduce the energy cost on the Flygon. Once again, if we're behind in prize cards, just like the Dojo, it means we take one less fighting energy to use our attack. So we got 2 of those in there as well. 1 Great Catcher, 2 Boss for some gust effects. The Great Catcher is super good to combo with something like Rosa, actually, to close out games on like Dedennes, or if we're up against Pikarom, we could chase like a Pikarom or a Raichu, whatever. 1 Ordinary Rod to recover some of our Pokemon, because sometimes we need to like reuse. Actually, even I've reused the baby Flygon like twice in a game to kind of make the game go as long as possible by feeding them 1 prize Pokemon. So that's come up a couple times. And baby Flygon's really good at making the game go longer because it's attack 120. If our opponent has a stadium card in play, we discard that, and then it doesn't take any damage on the next turn. So it can really make games go quite a bit longer than maybe our opponent would like, and it allows us to like get those extra Flygons set up and get those extra attacks off. So the little Flygon is really good at making the game go longer than our opponent would like it to. Yeah, because it's only worth 1 prize card, and then if they have a stadium card in play, then we can discard that, and then we don't take any damage next turn, which is super good. As far as supporters go, no research in here because we like a lot of our cards. We don't really want to discard too much stuff. We got 2 Bird Keeper, 2 Caitlin and Cynthia, 4 Marnie, 4 Rosa, and 2, or I guess I already mentioned the boss. Yeah, we have 2 boss in there as well. So main thing is we just Marnie and Rosa setting up for Flygons. And then we have Caitlin and Cynthia to recover cards, but also just build up on the hand, because we rarely ever want to discard our hand with something like a research. So the Caitlin and Cynthia are really nice. Caitlin and Cynthia's are really nice at that, also allowing us to recover supporters like Boss or Rosa or Marnie or Bird Keeper, whatever we might need for the situation, like on the following turn or what we think we'll need in the future. Then we have 2 Bird Keeper in here because it is a draw supporter, but it's also a way to switch Pokemon. You might have noticed in the rest of the deck we have no other way to move our Pokemon around. That's it. It's just Bird Keeper, or we could hard retreat something, or our opponent could knock out something for us. But we don't just want to sit there with a Snorlax in our active and be like, well, we can't do anything until our opponent does something. We want to be able to move it around sometime. So we have those 2 Bird Keepers, draw supporters / a way to move our Pokemon around. And that's the list. Let's get into some games. Okay, we're into our first game. I did win the coin flip, and I chose to go second. Now, we don't play a ton of draw supporters, so sometimes we're basically just stuck with using like Snorlax turn 1, and we have like Rosas and stuff in our hand. But a lot of decks like going second right now, so to try and take advantage of our opponent maybe wanting to go second, I've been liking going second myself and just being like, nah, we're gonna go second so you don't get to use your Flare Starter or Welder turn 1 attack, which is what our opponent maybe would have done, as it looks like they are playing Welder Mewtwo. So the one thing I'm scared of is Naganadel, but our opponent doesn't have that's not on a Mewtwo, so that's good for us. I'm gonna go ahead and second quick ball's a little bit awkward. We could double quick, no, we should just calm away this. I'll keep a quick ball around, grab a Trapinch. I'll quick ball away fighting. Yeah, grab another Trapinch. And then attach to a Trapinch. I guess we have to, I don't want to quick ball away of a Vibrava though. Like I could, the problem here is like it's going to be hard for us to get into something. Oh, we got the Bird Keeper though. So that's a lucky draw right there for sure. I was like, we could get the Bird Keeper. Like I would have liked, like, I could have actually quick ball for second Snorlax instead, but we really want to get out double Vibrava next turn to like play around the boss starting to happen. Yeah, they're playing Welder Mewtwo. Oh, most likely. I guess they could be playing something else, but it looks like they actually have a really bad start as well, which will play very well for us off the start. So we get one Vibrava out. I do want to draw cards, but I don't want a Bird Keeper unless I want quick ball. But I could quick ball away the Bird Keeper. I almost just want to grab another Trapinch, and I think I will. Trapinch. This here, Caitlin and Cynthia. I guess I'm going to get rid of Caitlin and Cynthia here. I really don't want to lose my Great Catcher up against a deck that plays GX Pokemon, and potentially quite a few of them. That there, we get the attachment for it. I don't want to put my Dojo in play either, I don't think. I think I'm going to hold on to the Dojo. Go ahead and draw. All right, great hand. Got the Rosa, which is the biggest thing here. So now we can basically do whatever we want next turn. So they do have the Big Charm. Now, I don't play Tool Scrapper in here, and I've seen quite a few people add the Tool Scrapper in here. Not just good for like this situation, but like Big Charms and ADP is like the biggest reason I think to play the Tool Scrapper. Also Big Charms in like Pikarom. So I guess Big Charm in here is literally the exact same scenario. So we did have Big Charm or Tool Scrapper deck. We could get rid of these Big Charms and one hit KO these. So that would be definitely an addition to probably add to the deck right now, because a lot of people are playing Big Charms in the ADP in the Pikarom to prevent people from getting those big one-hit KOs. Ooh, and there it is. Maybe we should count how many times my opponent plays Boss on my Vibrava. So that's number one. No one reads Vibrava. You guys didn't realize. So we could attack this turn. We do have Bird Keeper into Vibrava, which could become a Flygon, which could hit. And I kind of just want to do it, to be honest. They could Double Blaze next turn to knock it out, but the more time I give them, the more likely they're going to be able to Double Blaze. So let's just go for it. And I would like to draw into, let's make this a Vibrava as well. So I'd like to, yeah, well, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here. Literally got everything. Evolution Incense. We do kind of waste, in this scenario, we do kind of waste the Karate Belt a little bit, which doesn't feel great, of course, but I think it'll be fine. I don't think I'm going to miss it that much. And I put the doll down. Kind of want to quick ball away the Snorlax here, grab the last Trapinch so we can make another Vibrava on the next turn and really have just a ton of options as the game continues. And I think I will just Desert Hurricane here for 120. And then we're just really hoping they don't get the Double Blaze for 300. It would knock us out. They would be down their GX attack at that point, which means we don't have to worry about that, but that's really not that big of a deal for my opponent, I don't think. So yeah, we just kind of hope that they don't get the Double Blaze here. But if they do, it's not going to be the end of the world, I don't think. We'll just set up another Flygon, we'll get this knockout, and then hopefully one-hit KO the Mewtwo, but we could even go for a two-hit KO at that point as well. Yeah, losing the Karate Belt is, I think, the biggest thing here overall. But I think I do just want to get this hit. I could have just waited for them to KO my Snorlax, I guess. I didn't have to attack this turn. We could have just used, I don't know, Bird Keeper into... We didn't even have to Bird Keeper. We could have just used Snorlax, I guess. Just drawn some cards for the turn. But we do see them attach their energy to the Mewtwo, actually. So we know for a fact, actually, and there is another big charm we're gonna have to go through now. So we just know that they're not going to be able to KO my active this turn. They attach the Mewtwo, which means they can't put 3 energy on their Reshizard, which means they can't double blaze for the full effect. So we're okay on that. We just have to get through this Mewtwo at this point. We could also set up, to be honest. We could set up to, I don't know, if they put down like a second to Dene or a Crobat or an Eldegoss or something like that, we could just go like boss Great Catcher to win the game as well. We don't have to KO the Mewtwo. We could, but we don't have to. So we could just go like boss Great Catcher. Just take take out 2 smaller things on our opponent's bench at this point, to be honest. We'll see what they end up doing overall as the game progresses, but that's definitely an option as well. We don't have to go through the Mewtwo. The one play I'm like a little bit, I don't know, not scared of, but like they could Miraculous Duo and heal a lot of the damage I do. So if I don't one-hit KO the Mewtwo, so if they don't get 2 Aurora energy on it, then we don't have to worry about that. But if they do, that definitely is something we want to worry about, for sure. Here we go, Hearth. Ooh, I guess they could attack us with Mewtwo here and actually use the Crushing Punch to discard my special energy. They could hard retreat, they could get a switch, and they could move it, and they could go with a Crushing Punch here, and that would actually, for my current hand, be really annoying because I wouldn't be able to hit them this turn. Maybe they will just go for a Outrage, though. Yeah, they're just gonna go for the Outrage, and they actually leave the stadium in play, which is great for us because then we get to save our Dojo for later. So I'm gonna go Evolution Incense. We're gonna grab another Vibrava, evolve our Trapinch, and no energy attachment for turn kind of stinks. And like I mentioned before, the Karate Belt, not being able to utilize that efficiently, of course, doesn't feel great. And I could have waited. Like I said, I could have waited, let them take the first knockout. There's an energy. We're gonna go ahead and get this first knockout. We get some energy to work with here. We'll probably give up Doll before we give up Snorlax, to be honest. And we do have to play around Naganadel at this point as well. So when they take this knockout, we are gonna have to put Mew in play. To I guess we maybe will just be go ahead and be using Snorlax this turn. We could send up a Doll bench of Mew though, and that would be like prevent our opponent from making that play happen. I guess another thing about the Miraculous Duo plays, that means they're not knocking me out, like one-hit KOing me, so I'd survive a turn. We do have to be a little bit still worried about it. They still have their GX attack. They can still use Double Blaze. Yeah, they can still use Double Blaze. Nothing is stopping them from using Double Blaze. Here comes a Reset Stamp. That's fine. So we have Snorlax to kind of reset through that. We do need to get Mew, though, and we don't have Mew in this hand. So they might be able to get off an Naganadel Snipe here. They don't have it in the discard pile yet. I guess there could always be the question of, do they play it? I would kind of just assume they play it. It's such a good card in the Mewtwo deck. And they also do have those 2 or 3 different smaller Pokemon we could go after, like Boss KO the Marshadow into Great Catcher KO today. Something like that. We could still make that line happen. But I think, yeah, we're going to need... The first thing we need to look at here is Mew. We need to look at Mew. Because otherwise, they can, if they get an Aurora Energy and they get the Naganadel in the discard pile, they can start sniping. And that's where Flygon can start to fall apart, is when our Vibravas that have the energy start getting picked off. Something we don't want to see, and it's hard for us to deal with. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the Dojo as well to draw this extra card here, because we do still have 2 Dojo left, so I'm feeling comfortable about the current scenario. I'm feeling comfortable about being able to draw into or be able to find the other Dojos and be just fine. And they do get away to Marshadow my Dojo, but they probably play 4 Hearth themselves. So whenever they want to get the Marshadow off the bench, they can always just put Hearth in play. Yeah, there's the Naganadel that I was talking about. All right. So they can snipe my Vibrava, unfortunately. And they'll probably go after the one with the energy. We still have this Karate Belt on this one. And we can get the Mew next turn, thankfully. We do have to come up with a way to draw the rest of our prize cards. They're going to go knock out Vibrava, and we have to give them Snorlax again, I think. But then we'll also have Mew in play, which kind of stinks. But they're down Eldegoss and a Boss, I believe. So maybe it'll be a little while for them to be able to actually pull off those plays. Yeah, we'll kind of have to hope for that, I think. Because Double Blaze always one-shots. One-hit KO is one of our Flygons, which is really unfortunate. I think we'll have to, like, hit them with something smaller. We could even maybe go for the Trapinch play. You can, like, go... like Lance Pulse with Trapinch. There's another Reset Stamp. This might mean they're taking out my active though, which gives us time to find Mew. Yeah, they maybe whiffed the Aurora Energy. They're only down 1, I believe. Yeah, they maybe whiffed it though. They maybe did whiff Aurora Energy. They can't snipe. Yeah, just a Crushing Punch on our Snorlax. All right, let's see if we can get that Mew. Let's see if we can get that Mew this turn. I'm gonna split up my energy here on my bench. Throw this. I could go 1-1-1 to be honest. I could go like this over here to really split them up. Yeah, I think we're definitely in a rough spot at this point. But I also want to be able to attack as soon as possible. But throw it here. Play a Marnie. The Marnie kind of stinks here as well because it's probably going to give my opponent access to an Aurora. We did not find an out to Mew. So I think it's just got to be a pass from me. Unfortunately, I don't want to set up another Snorlax because that's like another target they could boss, or any just a target they could boss. If it's in the active, they could just KO the Snorlax or go snipe and then maybe KO the Snorlax like next turn if I put it in the active because I might not be able to move it. And then they just need one prize card, and if I still have to bench Mew at that point, then they can just go ahead and snipe my Mew. They're down quite a few switches now, and I was looking at this earlier. They're down 3 switch. The deck usually plays 4. And they do have a decent amount of energy left as well, because they probably play at least 9 fire. Oh, they attached the Aurora to the bench, though. They're not going with Naganadel Snipe of Vibrava. Maybe they think they can't snipe Vibrava. Just going with Crushing Punch. So now we can get Mew in play. I'm going to go send up Lillie's Pokédoll. Off return is a Marnie. So I'm going to go Rosa. I'm going to get the Mew. Going to grab another doll and attach to one of my Vibrava. Doll. Mew. I'm going to use this as well. Probably should have done this last turn, actually, because I need energy here. I just want this, I think. I don't think I want any of the other Pokemon. I just want more access to the Flygon. And specifically, the main reason I want to use that there is I want those energy. And go ahead and pass to my opponent. So I'm feeling pretty good now. So if they chase my Mew here, I could go like Dojo. Okay, they just hit the doll. Send up another doll. Yeah, they had a big opportunity there to take a snipe, and they didn't. Another doll top deck is great. Could throw out the Dojo. Don't need to, though, I don't think. So we're just going to go with Marnie. Hopefully find a Rosa. Perfect. More energy is great as well. I'm going to go ahead and attach to this Vibrava. I haven't attached yet, right? Now. Attach to the Vibrava. And pass. And I'm kind of like waiting for my opponent to take a knockout, almost. Like, I'm just kind of chilling here. I'm like, all right, you can take a knockout. I mean, they have at least one boss left. At least one. I couldn't imagine a Mewtwo deck playing less than 2. I guess they could be. They do play the Great Catcher, which you don't always see. So maybe they're going like 1 boss, 1 Great Catcher. But I would bet that they play the 2 boss, 1 Great Catcher. Because we know they play the 1 Great Catcher. So a 2-1 split on that, I would assume. This Mewtwo's getting set up for that. I could like go Psy Power the active Mewtwo here. Put 3 on it and set up for the 1-hit KO. So we can go like send up Mew. Attach. And then just go, oh. Psy Power. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could have just done 2 actually, because we do 280 damage. So we don't have to put 3 there actually. But now we're set up to actually KO this. And, I mean, they could Miraculous Duo to heal it. They would have to go into this Mewtwo, though, which would cost them their last switch. But there's just a Crushing Punch, so I guess that's it. I guess we win here. We're behind on prize cards. We got a basic energy here on this Vibrava. So we can just go Vibrava, Flygon, get the Dojo, and we'll take a dub over this this Mewtwo in the end. Dojo, Flygon, and that's why the big charms can be so annoying. We can do stuff like Psy Power, and like I said, Tool Scrapper is definitely another card we consider adding in here, because especially against ADP, it's a fast, aggressive back and forth matchup. You want to be able to get that 1-hit KO on the ADP. But yeah, dub over the Welder Mewtwo, not bad. Okay, won the coin flip again. Once again, choosing to go second. We do get a draw supporter this time around as well, so we can use that. And 2 outs to Trapinch, which is great. So even if they have like a turn 2 boss play to chase one of the Trapinches, we have a second. Okay, we're up against at least Blacephalon, but they probably also play Cramorant, whether it's Baby Blounds or Tempozard. So we do need to get Mew. Mew is pretty important. Another really cool card in this matchup is the Baby Flygon, because of its attack. Like, our opponent probably has Hearth in play. We'll probably put Hearth in play. And with that attack, that discards the Stadium, you can make it so that our opponent can't deal damage to us next turn, which is a pretty big deal. So, ooh, and they didn't bench their Blound, so we're gonna go ahead and get some. Wouldn't punish our opponent for that, but yeah, I think I do want to grab. Get the Trapinch. I think I do want to grab Mew off the bat here because the rip. Because Cramorant, they probably play Cramorant. I don't want to lose my Trapinch with the energy. And Marnie. Try and get another Trapinch. Not necessary, but it would be nice. Bravo for next turn. I'll go ahead and bench a second Snorlax as well. And then I guess we'll just draw 3. I didn't check for the baby Flygon, the other Flygon. I should have done that. All right, now we got the out to the second Trapinch. We can like Vibrava, attach, Quick Ball, Trapinch, send up Mew, and then Bird Keeper into the Snorlax. And there is the giant Hearth that I was talking about that they'll probably put into play, which means we can do the what's it called? We can use the attack and then not be hit next turn by our opponent, and then we can gain some ground that way. There's just a DAA, so they're digging for a knockout this turn, and I'm sure they would at the very least like to knock out my Snorlax. Do something this turn is better than nothing for sure. But yeah, we got the Mew in play, so they can't Cramorant. That's the big thing here. They cannot Cramorant my Trapinch. I mean, I guess they could click on it after using Spit Shot, but it wouldn't do any damage, so that's good. We'll see what they grab here. If they grab, okay, they grab a Heatran. So Heatran's super good, super efficient for them here to actually use as an attacker. I was gonna say if they grab Baby Blound, that's fine. Oh, they don't actually have an attack to be able to use it though. Okay, so that's super good for us. Evolve, attach. I should Bird Keeper first, get more options for the Quick Ball. I don't necessarily want a Quick Ball away a Flygon, but out of this hand, a Flygon-GX going is probably optimal. Grab a Trapinch. I don't really want to put the Karate Belt anywhere. Maybe we want to put it on this Trapinch. I could Hearth away the Marnie so I can draw one more card off Gourmandize, but I probably want to keep the Marnie around in general. Karate Belt here is okay as well, so I think I'll go with Karate Belt here and then just draw 2 off Gourmandize. All right, it's fine. And we could like Caitlin and Cynthia maybe discard the Marnie, maybe discard the, I do want to get another Flygon set up though, so I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to like give up. I want to save this Quick Ball for that. We could give up the Marnie to recover the Bird. I think I want to recover the Bird Keeper if they don't KO us. If they KO us this turn, we just won't. If they do KO us, we don't have to get back Bird Keeper. If they don't KO us, I definitely get back Bird Keeper. So we're definitely getting knocked out. They got their Welder. They do need to find a switch card, but that shouldn't be very hard for them to find it all. And we do have to go with the Flygon-GX off the start here because to KO this, we just need more damage. But I do want to leave their Stadium in play, so I'm actually going to GX attack for the knockout here. And we currently have effectively 190. So actually another Stone Energy, but we have the Karate Belt. So I want to make use out of the Karate Belt. I'm not going to waste a Stone Energy here. I was thinking I could Stone Energy this because then it would effectively make them need 1 more energy off the portable stuff to get the KO because you'd effectively have 310 HP. We could Marnie here, but Marnie seems a little bit unnecessary. I'll probably go with the Rosa to set more stuff up. So yeah, Evolve. Like I said, we're going to GX attack to leave their Stadium in play. We want to leave that in play. Get another basic energy. Brava, Evolution Incense, I think. Brava, Evolution Incense. Because then I can Quick Ball to get out another Trapinch. Yeah, so we're gonna like this. Brava. I think I'll Quick Ball away a basic energy. I think that'll be fine. I kind of want to keep the options of both supporters. Get the Trapinch. Then we have that Evolution Incense to get out of the Brava next turn. We'll go attach, bench. Unfortunately, I didn't. Well, maybe I could have grabbed, instead of the Evolution Instance, I could have just grabbed another Rosa, actually, which I should have just done. I should have just grabbed another Rosa off of Evolution Instance. There we go with the Vibrava energy, but now I don't have the Karate Belt to be able to attack next turn. I don't even know if it's prize or not, but I could have grabbed, instead of Evolution Instance, I definitely should have grabbed Rosa, because then we could play Rosa this turn, get Vibrava. We did get off the prize card, so we wouldn't have to get it then. We could get Vibrava and the Karate Belt to be able to use the Desert Geyser this turn, as long as they actually take a knockout, which I guess it's very possible they whiff the knockout here. They're not guaranteed to get a knockout here. Here comes the Eldegoss, so they'll recover the Welder and weld to the Baby Blound, get that thing set up. But yeah, we could have gone with that. We could have gone with a Rosa instead of Evolution Incense, to be honest. I think that was a little bit, I don't want a Marnie or Caitlin and Cynthia this turn. If I can just use Rosa to get the Karate Belt, as long as it was in the deck. I guess the Karate Belt wasn't guaranteed in the deck, but I just don't know at all, you know. But yeah, we're setting up for that Desert Geyser, 130, and if they have a Stadium, we just card it, and then we don't take any damage next turn. So it gives us like another turn to kind of work with. I could just give up the Snorlax this turn, but it's possible I wouldn't have to give up any more like non-Flygon. I probably would have to go into the Snorlax eventually anyways, so it's not that bad, I guess. Still like a misplay overall. Still a misplay, but we can work through it. We can work through it for sure. Okay, so we'll knock out this, and then we like DAA is 2 prize cards at some point. We should get like 1 more KO. Yeah, once I get this Vibrava down, we'll be completely protected from like any shenanigans my opponent could do. I could even Marnie this turn if I wanted to be honest, and then just kind of reset. But I do have this in my hand is what I'm thinking. I want to keep the hand almost. Like I have a lot of stuff to use. But they do have a big hand, and I would want to like take away the chance that they have boss in the hand. So I think I will go with the Marnie here. And then I'll shuffle the deck with the Hearth on the other side of this. Get rid of this Snorlax and bench the Lillie's Pokédoll. And I can even check if I had the Karate Belt or not. So we can see how bad the misplay was, and it was in there. So like I said, probably yeah, mistake. Here we go. And does get some stuff. All right, looking pretty good. We can do that attack like that. And they're gonna actually draw 2 prize cards, or they'll go down to 2 prize cards here, which means when we use the Flygon to KO the Blacephalon, the Karate Belt will still be active for another turn. So this turn we can go like Rosa, get Karate Belt plus the baby Flygon attached to this one, and we'll go knockout, draw 1 prize card. But then our opponent can't attack us, and they still have 2 prize cards left. So we'll have 3, they'll have 2, and then we can go Great Catcher, KO the DAA. Or maybe if they leave something in the active we can KO, we'll save the Great Catcher to make that our last 2 prize cards, and we knock out their active. All while we're building up the next Flygon to get our last knockout to close out the game. So we're in a really good spot here, I think, overall. Could have made this happen last turn if I had just gotten a Rosa instead of Evolution Incense, but we're making it happen this turn. And then the reason it would have worked out a little bit better, even better than that, though, is because, well, I guess if I KO'd the Blacephalon this turn, then I would need to attach again to be able to attack again. And then we'd be that much further from the Flygon. But we could just go into like doll, like, and then maybe they just can't ever chase the Snorlax off my bench. So that would have also been fine. Now they bench the Reshizard, which gives us like a different kind of way that we can close out this game, because that's worth 3 prize cards. So we go like knockout Blown and then 2-hit KO the Reshizard, or even 1-hit KO it actually with the Dojo. That's also a possibility. And it looks like they're actually going in with Double Blaze here. So we could go Dojo knockout this turn. The problem with that, though, is... the problem with going Dojo knockout this turn is they could just go knock out the Flygon and then win the game with the Blacephalon. They have 1 Fire Crystal, and they're down 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 energy. So I don't even know if they have... They're down the Ordinary Rod as well. I don't even know if they have enough energy left to KO a Flygon that KOs this. But they could. So we could just play it a little bit slower here. But I guess they could always boss KO my Mew anyways after they KO. But they can't get through this Flygon right now, so they could go boss KO the Mew. But then they could go boss KO that guy afterwards. And this has to go up no matter what. And then I have to just decide if I want to make it a Flygon-GX or turn it into the baby Flygon hit. Because they could have boss. Go baby Flygon hit. Go. Well, I think we're just going to go for the Flygon-GX knockout and hope it ends up working out, to be honest. I think that's just the route to go here. Flygon-GX. I have the Great Catcher enhanced. I can bring up the DAA anyways. This, I mean, get the basic energy always. Grab a Karate Belt, I guess. Maybe a doll. I don't know. Sure. And we have the double stone energy for this, so they would need a lot, even if they have all that. It's also like where like another card that I've considered adding here would be Reset Stamp. So a Reset Stamp would be really good. I'm actually gonna thin out that at the deck, just in case they play Reset Stamp. And then we'll just take this knock. Do I want to Ordinary Rod anything back in? Not really. A Desert Hurricane knockout. Let's see if they have enough energy to get the knockout. They need a lot. They need a lot, and they can't take a knockout on anything else to win the game this turn. Yeah, let's see if they can put it together. Let's see if they can put it together here. They need, yeah, like I said, a lot. And they're down 3 Fire Crystal. 12 energy are in play total. So I guess they need 1 less because they have 1 here. So they would need, what? I have 3 10 HP, I said. So basically remove the 10, and then they need 9 energy. They need 9 energy to work with to get the knockout on my Flygon-GX. If they get the last Fire Crystal, which they still have to find, if they get that, that's 3, so they need 6 other energy. And they could play like retrievals and stuff. Most people just don't play retrievals nowadays, I feel like. So I'm feeling like they might not have it, but we'll see. We'll see if they can get the energy, put it together here on this turn to get the knockout. If they don't, currently have game in hand. Our opponent could play something like Reset Stamp and potentially take away the game, because we've already used our GX attack like we did earlier to leave their stadium in play. So they could like send up Oricorio or something, and I can't currently KO Oricorio. I would need like a boss around, Great Catcher, or another stadium to like get the KO. So they could do something like that. They could like stall for a turn. There's the Cramorant. And I guess I actually don't currently KO Cramorant, so that would be another thing that can tank for a turn. But they do need to like draw prize cards as well. But I think they're just thinning out their deck there with that one. Going through the Jirachi loop here to try and put everything together. But there is the bench of the Cramorant. So maybe they are going with Cramorant. Here comes the... So it is Welder to Cramorant. But they can't snipe anything off my bench. I guess they could Cramorant hit my active. And like damage per energy, that is more value. I guess it is only 120 damage for 3 energy. But for Blound to do that much, it would be like 6 energy. So maybe they're going to hit me with Cram and then try and clean me up with the Blacephalon. That's what I would imagine is going on here. Unfortunately for them, we do have the Great Catcher, so we're just going to KO their DAA and win the game. Bring up to DAA, and it's weak to fighting, so we don't even need the stadium. 240, and yeah, another dub with Flygon. Hey, not bad. And that's it, guys, for today. I'll see you tomorrow.